So I recently dropped off my BMW R18 First Edition for its 10,000 kilometre service at South Coast BMW. And Lou and Rob down there offered up an R18 that had a full bobber kit installed for me to cruise around on for a few days while mine was in for a service.
Nice. So how does a custom R18 bobber compare to your First Edition R18?
Well, it's certainly different, but there was one thing that I simply could not get used to. So the R18 is a bike that's ready-made for customisation. There's plenty of parts available from companies like Roland Sands and Mustang, as well as Rogue here in Australia.
So what was the base bike and what custom parts have been added to change it up?
Okay, so the bike started out as an R18 Midnight Special Edition because they wanted the blacked out engine that bike has, as well as the forged wheels. Then they added the BMW bobber kit. So bobber seat, rear fender, LED indicators and wiring harness, and Roland Sands rocker covers. They also added stainless taper pipes, which sounded wonderful.
So, what gets a thumbs up?
So for me, first up, I'd have to say the sound of the exhaust. It sounded fabulous. It had a great rumble with a few crackles and pops, but it's not obnoxiously loud. One of my main gripes about the fishtails on the First Edition is the sound. The note's great, but I feel it just needs to be a little bit louder. And also, to my great surprise, I actually like the look of the taper pipes. They cut a really nice line through the base of the bike. Yeah,
they do look nice, and they won't be as divisive as the fishtails on your First Edition.
Yeah, I've definitely grown used to those fishtails. I love them now, but you're right, these are not as divisive.
Yeah, and I actually did notice it is a bit louder, and it's got a really nice note to it. And you can just hear the engine.
I think that's the thing. The boxer engine is such a wonderful sound that it seems a bit muted on with those fishtails. Whereas this, you can really hear it. And as I said, it sounds fabulous.
Yeah.
The second thing I really liked was the seating position. It was surprisingly very, very good. The extra seat height makes a real difference. It opens up your hips a little bit more, and I reckon it will be a pretty comfortable all-day riding position. The stitching on the seat makes for a bit more padding, and it's got a great old-school look.
I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on the seat in the comments below. Do you like the look of it, or if you have one, how do you find the comfort? Now, the cylinder covers are different to your bike. What did you think of that?
Yeah, look, I really like them. They're the polished, blacked out Roland Sands rocker covers, and the front plate was the same. I think they look the goods. They look a bit meaner than the chrome ones on my bike.
Yeah.
As do the blacked out master cylinders and the blacked out mirrors.
Yeah.
All those blacked out parts, along with the engine, it gives it that sort of meaner bobber look. It looks great.
Yeah, nice. You got to make those cylinders look discreet somehow, right? Black them out.
There is nothing discreet about the R18 cylinders and cylinder covers. Now, it's not a custom option, but this bike also comes with cruise control as standard.
Which is wild that your R18 doesn't have that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's a cruiser. I don't know why that did not come as standard.
It's in the name.
Yeah, it's true. I found the running boards really comfortable and the heel shifter pretty easy to use. The running boards keep your feet nice and flat, which added to a feeling of stability. Look, in real terms, it probably didn't make it any more stable, but it just felt like it did. So it was just a really nice, comfortable position to be in.
Nice.
Now, the rear guard is another custom part that was in this bobber kit, and I think it looks really, really good.
But I'm guessing it wasn't all that practical if you get stuck in the wet, which I know you did.
I did get stuck in the wet, and yeah, it did flick up a bit of muck from the road. Look, I think it looks great, but Tegan, let's be honest, you're not buying an R18 if you want a practical bike.
That's true.
The indicators are mini LEDs, and they keep the discreet look of the original indicators, and the rear ones have the integrated indicators taillight, which really tidies up the back of the bike.
Yeah.
They work the same as the ones on the First Edition, and I think on this custom build, they work really well. Nice little blacked out indicators, look great.
So I know that you had one main gripe about this bike. Tell us what it was.
So my main issue with this build is the number plate hanger. I love the look of it, but I kept forgetting it was there, and I kept walking into it and knocking my shins. Pretty much every time I got off the bike and walked to the back, I walked into it.
Yep, nice.
Okay, here we go. Let's have some fun.
So for me, it'll be a discreet tail tidy, like the ones from my favourite custom shop, Ellispeed.
Yeah.
They do a little thing called a Ninja Star, and I've got one of those on my custom BMW R65. It's neat and practical.
But also, it would make a very great GoPro mount.
It did. It certainly did. It was great. I've actually put a GoPro really low, pointed back at the exhaust, That looked great. That worked really well. But I just don't know if I'd put it on my bike if I had it. So overall, I think the bobber kit works, and I loved cruising around on it for a few days.
Yeah.
But let us know what you think in the comments. Do you like the look of this kit on this bike?
So I think there's plenty to love, but I'm curious if you would actually use any of these on your R18.
Okay, so personally, I love the stock look of the R18 First Edition.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the most stunning bikes on the market.
Yeah, it's
And
a piece of art.
It is, absolutely. And I love the way that BMW have paid homage to their heritage with some really nice design touches, like the rocker covers that are styled off the ones on the R5 and the exposed shaft drive and those modern fishtail exhausts. Also for me, a BMW must have pinstripes. It's part of their design language, and I think they look all the better for it.
Sure.
That's true.
I didn't even know they were known for that.
Oh, BMWs always have pinstripes, and they look gorgeous.
I'll look out for it now.
So I've been thinking about putting running boards on my bike for a while, and cruising around on this bobber just really solidified that for me. So that's one change I think I will be making. And while I'm at it, I may as well add a heel shifter, because with the boards it would just be a bit easier to shift with a heel shifter. Now the seat on my bike is starting to bed in, so comfort-wise it's fine.
Yeah.
But that extra height on the bobber seat really does change the geometry of your leg and your hip position, and it really opens your hips up in a really good way.
Yeah.
I love the look of the bobber seat, so I might look at one of those, or I might look at one of the taller seats from Mustang or from BMW that retain a bit more of the original look of the R18 First Edition seat. So they're probably the only things that I might be doing in the future, but who knows? I might have to buy a second R18 so I can go full custom on it.
Would you add cruise control to yours?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I didn't mention that. I would actually like to add cruise control as well. I just think it's a very expensive option to do that.
Yeah.
I'd have to look into that.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments, if you had an R18, what would you customize?
Now this bike is available from South Coast BMW for sale. We'll put a link in the description. If you're interested in buying the bike, then hit up Lou and Rob from South Coast BMW. Now I've ridden a few R18s now, and here is a playlist with the ones that I've reviewed, so check it out.